Have you ever struggled to form a new habit, and to find yourself getting back to where you started? Maybe you start going to the gym regularly, but life gets in the way and keeps you off track. Or maybe you've been trying to eat healthier, but find yourself reaching for the same junk food you usually do. In this podcast, we'll explore some of the mechanisms behind forming habits and share tips to help you create lasting change. Forming good habits can be a challenge, especially if you're trying to overcome bad habits or unhealthy behaviors. But it is possible to cultivate good habits that can help you achieve your goals and improve your life. Surprisingly, the first step towards creating long-term change involves building routines, not habits themselves. Habits are formed by the brain's tendency to seek rewards. They are often triggered by specific cues. For example, brushing teeth after eating, putting on seatbelt in car, drinking wine after work, eating junk food when stressed, fidgeting in meetings. Habits make the brain work more efficiently. They can be good, like for health and safety. But they can also be bad, like nail biting in meetings or not brushing teeth. We often think habit and routine are the same. But they are not. According to Nir Eyal, the author of How to Control Your Attention and Choose Your Life, thinking it in this way usually leads to disappointment. When we fail at forming new patterns of behavior, we often blame ourselves, he said, rather than the bad advice we read from someone who doesn't really understand what can and cannot be a habit. Eyal explained that a habit is a behavior done with little or no thought, while a routine involves a series of behaviors frequently and intentionally repeated. A behavior has to be a regularly performed routine before it can become a habit at all. However, many of us are not doing so. The problem is that many of us try to skip the routine phase. According to Eyal, this is because we think that habits will allow us to put tedious or unenjoyable tasks on autopilot. It makes sense. Unlike habits, routines are uncomfortable and require a concerted effort. Waking up early, going for a jog every morning, or meditating for 10 minutes every night, for instance, are rituals that are difficult to achieve at the beginning. Habits, on the other hand, are so ingrained in our daily lives that it is strange not to do them. Imagine you don't brush your teeth before bed or drink a cup of coffee for breakfast. If these are habits you have already formed, avoiding them might even feel bad. To attempt to turn a routine into a habit, take the following steps. 1. Identify the habit you want to form. Before you can begin to form a new habit, you need to identify what it is you want to do. It's important to be specific so that you can focus your efforts and measure your progress. Ask yourself what small action you can take that could make a positive impact on your life. 2. Break down the habit into small steps. Once you've identified the habit you want to form, it's important to break it down into small, manageable steps that you can take on a daily basis. This will make it easier for you to keep track of your progress and stay motivated. 3. Start simple. Don't try to completely change your life in one day. It is easy to get over-motivated and take on too much. If you wanted to study 2 hours a day, first make the habit of going for 30 minutes and building on that. 4. Set a realistic timeline. It's important to set a realistic timeline for yourself so that you don't become overwhelmed. Consider how long it will take to form the habit and set a timeline for yourself that's manageable. 5. Make the process satisfying, fun, and easy. Creating a plan for this is essential to forming a new habit. Make sure your plan includes rewards for yourself when you reach each goal, as this will help to keep you motivated. 6. Track your progress. It's important to track your progress as you work towards your goals. This will help you to stay on track and measure your progress. 7. Don't give up. Forming new habits can be difficult, and it's important to keep going even if you experience setbacks. Remember that forming good habits takes time and effort, and don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. Forming good habits can be a challenge, but it is possible. By following the steps outlined above, you can begin to create habits that will help you reach your goals and improve your life.